presents a platform with presence in over 30 states of the Federation. Be sure to be had. For live coverage of events, we have the capacity to deliver from anywhere in Nigeria and beyond. Contact us now on 0803-471-8550 or 0803-724-9733, 014-533-407.
Our 24-hour news station.
Yes, it's been 77 days gone, and the Chibok girls are still where they are. The world's been asking, where are the girls? And yet, the world is cool enough on finding our girls. Well, if that be the suggestion of what is happening now, because it is now being localized, the local hunters are making themselves even very relevant. We can't find the girls. We need government backing. That was where we stopped in the first segment, and our guest is still here, Libros Oshoma, discussing the issue of the Chibok girls. They are still missing, and the world is cool enough.
Before we went on that break for the news, we held you on the thought of the ex-president's claim, Obasanjo's claim on knowing where the hideout of the Boko Haram sect is, and of course being able to negotiate with them. What's your take on that? Would you support such a negotiation? Do you believe in it? And are you asking for the federal government's authorization?
Yeah, I believe in negotiation. There's no problem that cannot be negotiated. But at the same time, I believe in justice. I believe more in justice. If we can negotiate, but depending on what we are negotiating for and what the negotiation aims to achieve. Be that as it may, this is not the first time we are seeing Obasanjo negotiate. You remember he first went to Borno to visit Maiduguri to visit late Mohammed Yusuf's father-in-law, yes. And the moment he left Maiduguri, the man was assassinated. And so, and then also he had at some other point visited the same place. And then for me, really, it's not about, if you have information to give as an elder statesman, retired military general, a former president, there are ways also you can channel information to people who are more on ground. And then, going to, it's only here that we believe that the president must do everything. We don't believe in institutions here. That's why for a commissioner of police to act, he will need to
get clearance from his
he will need the body to understand the body language of the governor or the president, as the case may be. For the IG of police to act, he will look at the president to watch his body language. For the chief of army staff to act and all of that. But when you begin to empower these institutions, you have information to volunteer. There are channels of volunteering this information. And then also being a retired general, these are people who probably were not even in the army when you were general. Or if they were probably far junior officers. So there are ways you can access them and volunteer whatever information you need to give. And then also even point directions, using your own wealth of experience and also a man who had fought war, on how they can, because some people had said, the military need to consult with even some retired generals who we believe had, fought similar battles. So if you feel concerned and you feel you have information to share, and you still know some of these people who are there, to me it is not too good to grandstand and come face cameras and say, you see, I have information I wanted to give, but I just need the president to approve, or I wanted to go and negotiate on the government's behalf, and I need a so and so person. And then when you're talking about, you see, even this same militancy in the Niger Delta that we talked about, until recently we didn't know that, some foreigners helped the government in negotiating this amnesty deal. And, now we're beginning to hear. Because at that time, there were negotiations going on. There were things going on. Until recently, too, we did not know that Obasanjo, while the boys were wreaking havoc, you know, in Niger Delta, Obasanjo was sitting down with these same boys consistently to discuss. He said it by himself that when this crisis was ongoing, he would call the boys, they would come to Aso Rock, and they sit down, and he would ask them, what is the problem? How do we move forward? And yet, you know, we didn't know all of this. So it is not everything you put in the public domain in as far as security is concerned. There are some you need to manage. There are some, you know, you do discreetly. And so for me, that should be the approach and that should be the issue.
But here is a general.
Nigerians want to hear, you know, everything. Oh, if you take one step towards Sambisa, we want to hear. If you retreat, we want to hear. And yet we don't even, we are not concerned about our men who are on ground, who are died daily. And, you know, their welfare and all of that.
My question is...
we have a caller from Abuja, Garba.
Garba from Abuja.
Is ringing us from Abuja. Hi, Garba. Good morning. Hi, Garba. Are you there, Garba? Good morning, Garba.
Hello.
Are you there? Yeah, good morning. Speak up a little bit.
Hello, I'm on.
Okay,
go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Please.
It's really interesting to speak, and I'm happy with the words you are going to say, Mr. Thomas. Really, he's hitting the nail on the head. I want to emphasize on this issue of talking too much, really with too much talk and less action. And not legislative management from the level, to the lowest level. If we try to discuss all this, we have had several statements and pronouncements with individuals about the issue of we know them, the act of my candidates. We know them. We can go and negotiate. Just like what was said at the floor of the National Assembly, we have to look almost into all these statements because they are just out of nothing. There's no way that somebody will come out and talk and then be allowed to go. Now you can dig into the inner element of that. If you have an information, just let me have, you must be cutting it from somebody and somehow. So if people look into that, and the issue of what was talk, I don't know why we are not even borrowing from all leaders. If this is what's happening in the developed democracy, for example, US, Obama will forget about political party, things to go all the hog and make sure that this has the option and to prevent people from continuous suffering. Lives are lost. Regardless who that person without regard to any function, without regard to ethnicity, mosques are churches are bombed, Jews are they are not people are there to where they had the enclave. People knew where they were. And then they were not to that would have been an opportunity to send on them. Yet we couldn't do anything until when they now were able to really capture these girls. And now they're using them as shields. I mean, we are also the Nigerians are guilty of this. We shouldn't allow things to continue. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Thank you for bringing up this topic.
We thank you very much.
Thank you, Garba.
We thank you indeed.
Like he said, basically what I have been saying, less talk. You know, we want to see more action and less of this media, hype. Those that should be talking we should, keep the issue consistently, keep it on the front burner, ask the right questions, and also to ginger them into working. Since Americans came, like I said, they've not issued one press statement on this issue. That does not mean that they are not working. That does not mean that somebody is not, on the ground ensuring that result is obtained. But here, we take one step, we want the whole world to know that we're taking one step. And then Nigerians want you to tell them, oh, how many steps have you taken? And then when you say, I've taken one step, they say, oh, you okay? Is it just one step that you are taking? You should have taken 10 steps by now. Meanwhile, these are the same people that have you know, hoisted their flag in some local government, you know, up north. I remember listening to the chief press secretary of the Borno state government. He said at a point, thanks to the military, at a point, these people were in the town, in the main town, and they had, and if, you know, they had a domain. If they run into this house, you probably think they are still there. They would have come out in about 50 houses away. But that thanks to the military, they've been able to chase them away
into
from
the suburbs.
Into the suburbs. So what we should be doing now is concerted effort. If you say because does not involve me today, and so, you know, I'm less concerned, the day it will involve you, nobody will be concerned.
Let me hold you right here.
Chinedu is calling from Owerri. Hi, Chinedu. Good morning. Chinedu.
Good morning.
Good morning. You can shoot.
I'm calling from Owerri.
We know that. Go ahead. Thank you.
Please, I have a comment. I want Nigerians to strongly believe in Mr. President. I want them to believe in his agenda or his program. That's the only way we can move forward. That's the way we can transform this country to another level. I want Nigerians to trust the government. The problem we have is we don't have confidence, we don't have trust in our government. I want Nigerians to appreciate everything that Mr. President is doing. That's the only way. Talking too much won't solve the problem, especially from the media aspect. The media should help the government to curtail some of the information so that people might not see it and they, you know, and see it in a negative way. That's the only way we can move forward. I appreciate everything, every discussion here, and I pray that God is going to take Nigeria to another level. Thanks. That's my take.
Thank you indeed, Chinedu. We thank you. Yes, sir.
And so you find out that when some politicians make reckless statements, we are the same people that protect them. Mm-hmm. If they are, you know, invited for questioning, the next day you see, you know, the media headlines, newspaper headlines will be screaming loud, oh, so and so senator arrested and whisked away by the security agencies. And meanwhile, these are people who have made reckless statements and who should be questioned, like the first caller said. They probably obtained those statements from certain persons. Mm-hmm. And, you know, there are ways you should investigate to actually find out, you know, how is this person getting this information? But we don't do it, because when you do it, we now begin to play politics with it. You know, we introduce religion, we introduce ethnicity, and then this, yet you're saying government should find solutions to this problem. We all need to be involved in finding solutions, including the locals, including the intellectuals. It is not enough for us to sit down, criticize. When you criticize also, you know, suggest better ways of doing it. Like I told you, I said, look, the issue of going to sit down, you know, in Abuja, and then ask, oh, we will not live here until the girls are found, that I knew it wasn't going to last, because these are people who are not used to doing this every day. So what you do, you start it, you know, in a gradual process so that you'll be able to sustain it. In the same vein, we can say here that at some point, our military were winning this war against Boko Haram. We agree also that these boys were chased from the local government areas into the forest.
Sorry, hold it.
What went wrong?
Hajia is calling from Niger.
Hello.
Hajia, hi, good morning.
Hello.
Hajia from Niger.
Just a name. Hello? Is Hajia there? Oh, well, I think we lost that call. Please do try call us back again.
And
the
so,
number is there.
You ask yourself, what went wrong? At what point did we miss it? Why is it now that elections are around the corner, all of a sudden these bombings are, you know, everywhere? You know, and then it's so, what's at the end of the day, it will be easy and convenient for politicians to say, you're doing this because you don't want so-and-so person in office. But if we put that aside and begin to look at the issues as holistically, that we are all Nigerians, everybody is involved, then we should be able to find solutions. So that was why I like the there was a summit they had in Abuja on intra-party summit in finding solutions to the problem. You know, even though some people frown at it that some party members shouldn't have attended, this goes beyond political parties.
Let me hold you just a moment there.
Uchele Ake is reaching us on Facebook from Abia State. Had it been that the Boko Haram dedicated Islamic terrorists abducted the daughters of some prominent Nigerian politicians, money would have exchanged hands and the captives set free. Apart from the military using this abduction to make money, this story will die a natural death. We're in a country where the leaders have refused to abide by the oath they took to serve and protect us. A free-for-all nation.
This country, you see, my problem is this. I agree, partly, but we are the ones that will in turn become leaders. How well are we prepared for this? If you're looking for leadership position, even at the youth level now, you won't find. Because we are all part of the same pool.
Or maybe you're looking in the wrong direction, don't you think?
No.
We all kind of sleep
Look, let me tell you,
in the same place and face the same direction.
Let me tell you. Here, you cannot, I've always, give these examples in most places I go to. You cannot fly a plane without going through proper training. You can't teach without going through proper training. Even this job you're doing, you didn't just wake up to doing it. But here, do you know that you can wake up tomorrow and because somebody said go and be a governor and you become a governor without proper training?
In Nigeria, yes.
Yes, that's what is happening. And then people will queue up behind you and then people will now begin to take side. We will be divided. Oh, he's a good man. He's a bad man. No, because he belongs to this party, whether he's good or not, is immaterial.
Let me hold you now. Abdul from Kaduna. Hello?
Hello.
Abdul. Hello, Abdul.
Yeah, hello. This is Abdul from Kaduna.
Yes, welcome.
Just speak up, please.
First of all, let me just congratulate Chibok for this concert. It's a beautiful concert.
But, welcome.
I'm just going to say one or two words. Our politicians are not sincere. Our politicians should be sincere in the way they're dealing with the insecurity there. They should please stop politicizing insecurity problem in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed. Thank you indeed. The insincerity of our politicians.
Fantastic. Abdul just hit the nail on the head. We politicize the issues and then the people will now be divided. You take this side, the other man takes this side. Not knowing that somebody somewhere is seated somewhere, sipping a glass of champagne and, politicizing the issue. Just throw it in the public domain and then we'll take it up from there. What should be of paramount concerns to all of us, irrespective of party divide, is these are Nigerians. And there is a crisis, a major crisis that is staring us in the face. If not properly managed and handled, can, boomerang or snowball into, something of imaginable magnitude.
How soon do you see this happening if not properly handled?
It's already happening. It is already with us.
Why did you say that?
There is no day you pick up the newspaper, you won't hear of one bomb in here or one bomb in there, or some people killed in one village. The more we try to hide it, the more we try to deny the fact that it's with us, the more it is happening. And now with elections around us, you just see it, you hear it every day.
Let me hold you again from Warri, Comrade Innocent.
Hi, Comrade.
Hello? Is Comrade there?
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I want to commend you for what you are doing. So, we want to say concerning this issue of the abduction. The Nigerians are actually watching what is happening. The other thing is that a lot of things are being done wrong. If we want to talk of security issues, I would believe we have to start on the issue. Efforts have been done to discuss the way forward. And I want to suggest that these issues are not supposed to for public consumption. Because when experts are discussing strategies on how to get these people come, then that would also be an echo to the Boko Haram. So working with the member of the Boko Haram. So if we are discussing this issue in the media, such as what you are doing now, by seeing experts to tell us what we are supposed to do, what the government are supposed to do, showing the way for Boko Haram. So I want to suggest that if we want to tackle this issue, the effort in Nigeria is all together and let's approach the security agency instead of celebrating it on the radio or on television. Because it is not supposed to attend, it is not to attend that are not to be cancer. Rather, it is supposed to be masses that are working with them, they have access to the power. They will be able to say, this is what I'm trying. So this is how I believe you should do it. Apart from that, I also believe that it is politicians, they have to do their hybrid of the situation in it. It's not of the election of the yes. The man gets totally about okay. This is contest. This is for politics. Politics is removed from potential elections. Why will everything be invested? That if it's like get that to go to the court. It is a long answer. I want to believe in the president who has fight for this issue of the program to be considered as a relief. And again, Nigeria should never talk about something the military are using that is illegal. We should stop fighting. We need to reduce the morale of the military. Because it's only that we see this. But I think for who is the thing, who are clear, it looks like that. They have something that comes to the table. And the military who already out to fight, to be encouraged. Financially, morally, they should be encouraged. If it's decided them, it's relying them, that will be a problem. And I want to say, we have not started. We cannot take now. We are only waiting for America to come. America has been here for a very long time now. If we are waiting for America to come, we are waiting in our time. Let us take that by our state. That's how we can work and forgive it. All right. For peace to exist in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
indeed.
you, comrade.
Thank you indeed.
Comrade said, it's what we have been saying. These are our military personnel who had gone on peacekeeping in Congo, in
And they've
Sierra
done
Leone,
excellently.
Liberia, and they've done excellently well. What is wrong here? You need to look at the morale, you need to look at the right equipment, you know, the approach to these issues. Like some callers have said, we politicize the issues. Oh, these are ones are our brothers. And so we need to, even when we have useful information, don't volunteer. And then you see also some people will intentionally not, you know, condemn this act because they feel, oh, I am sympathetic to this cause, because at the initial stage they thought they were actually fighting a genuine cause. But now we have seen them, if not for, you know, divine providence and some people's vigilance, only God knows what would have happened in Kano at the Central Mosque on Friday. So we'll see them bomb mosque, we'll see them bomb churches, institutions, and also it's no longer a Christian or a Muslim thing now.
Indeed not.
It's against all of us, and the earlier we face it, the better for us. And the earlier we begin to look at our people, and then I ask questions also, day in, day out. You hear of, oh, so-and-so persons died in a village raid, so-and-so number of Boko Haram killed. Nobody is taking stock of our military personnel that are giving their life, their today, to protect our tomorrow. You know, so we need also, these are ways you boost morale.
Let me hold you quickly.
Inoma Essen is reaching us from Enugu on Facebook. What bothers me the most is that about 3 months has gone without getting them back. If they are left with those terrorists for a few more months, then we should not be talking about bring back our girls anymore. Rather, bring back our girls and the Boko Haram babies. This sounds like a white joke or a dream, but unfortunately, a reality.
it was also very unfortunate for me when I listened to Obasanjo, and he's saying that even if we're able to bring these girls back, that probably not all of them
will come back alive.
Will come back. And you know, that's a reckless statement coming from an ex-president. These are not ways you give hope to hopeless parents whose children have been abducted, and then yet you are saying that government should, you know, trust you to give you a position to negotiate. These are not statements that comes from diplomats. You know, there are statements, no matter what you know, you keep such statements to yourself and ensure, you know, you mount pressure to ensure that we're doing the right thing, ensure that the tactics that is being used, it's, you know, in tune and in line with modern day tactics. Now,
do you see diplomatic statements working in this? Do you see diplomatic statements working in this case?
No, let me tell you, if you need a man who is, look, let me tell you, crisis management. How well do we handle crisis here? Do you know people train to manage crisis? You train to manage crisis. The Malaysian missing jet, when the president came out to say, well, we can no longer find these people, did you see how he was condemned? Even if you know, you don't just go and say, look, you know, you throw your hands in the air. There are ways you manage crisis. It's only in this country you have plane crash. Victims are, there is nobody passing information to them. By now also we expect, you know, to have, you know, a list of all the parents, and then also some people interfacing from the federal government side with them.
With the parents.
You need to manage these people. It is not just enough for us to go sit down every day and, you know, give the impression that, yes, we are very good at demonstrating. We need to ask the right questions. And then when you ask the right question, you point at the right direction.
I want to ask you the right question.
Let these people who are supposed to do the job, do the job. We had hoped that once Americans come, the very next day, all the girls will be in their home. And today, what is happening?
Asking the right question now. What about the political will in this case? I've been waiting for you to say something about the political will.
Look, let me tell you,
hold it, please. Abdul, calling from Abuja. Hi, Abdul.
Hello.
Abdul, good morning. Oh, it's not so clear. Well, let's try.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, the issue of insurgents in Northeast, it's I think apart from the whole issue, one way of looking at the issue of the military, the government has not really given a serious consignment to the military. They require morale. They need, like the body of the things they like morale. They have not been morale. So the work they have to do. And because I'm not trying to say, the reason for that a lot of military as well, because they have not been given a lot of what they do, while weapons of trying to die. So it's like in other way around. How about to say in the whole thing? It's like the government have been listening, or they have won their because what it means is that in society, from 2003, what they say, and yet, what it means is, look at what this happened in the itself. Chibok community have been for some time. Yesterday, the Shan government appeared immediately from this level, shooting for the housing and bombing, showing off everywhere. And the people that just want to fight. And we don't have in that area. And this Chibok, you know, this is so what's the base?
Abdul,
We thank you.
that line was not quite clear. And liberals confessed to the fact that he could barely hear Abdul. Yeah. But you did pick some things, right?
No, not at all. Not even
okay.
one.
Okay.
You talked about
so now, don't you think the people do not trust the political will in this case? But just even then, before, even then,
that you did not.
Even then,
gentlemen, let me hold you a moment. Here is from Adamawa, Sam Jeda. But Governor Shatima and another senator in Borno claim they know where the girls are. Even Alex Bade, the chief of defense staff, also had a rally to announce that they know where the girls are and are not acting because they don't want them to be killed. We are saying now that the girls disappeared again. Is that what we're saying? Nigerian leaders all have credibility issues.
That's the political will I was telling
now,
you. It's not just the
from Owerri said
will.
earlier,
from the local government to the states to even the local leaders.
Now, I'm saying, you said, yes, you said
all
that.
All of us, not just one person.
Liberals.
If you're looking up to one person, you won't find the solution.
Liberals, you said that. Chinedu from Owerri called in to say that we should trust our leaders, right? Let me take you down memory lane, Liberals. Some time ago, a long time ago, the Boko Haram sect said, okay, they were ready to negotiate. That's what we heard. That's what we were told. Now, Reuben Abati, the senior special advisor to the president on media and publicity, said to us that a negotiation was going on, not just the kind that we expected, that we shouldn't expect to see banners in strategic places telling us that negotiation going on between the federal government and Boko Haram and all that. Shortly after that, the presidency came out to say that there wasn't any such negotiation.
So let me tell you.
The president himself said that. So where do we marry the political will and trusting our leaders?
Let me tell you, our leaders are not people you can trust with information. Unfortunate. Today you hear this man say something, and then tomorrow you hear a different thing from the same government. It's happening at the local, the state, at the federal level. And that is why in some states they will tell you any information should be channeled through the commissioner for information. Here, the same people that will tell you we are not negotiating. The next day you hear, oh, these people are in Saudi Arabia negotiating. At some point, the same people that said they were not going to negotiate, the same set of persons appointed a committee, you know, to prefer solutions or negotiate, use the stick and carrot approach. And, you know, so you now begin to wonder, which one do we believe?
Which one do we believe? Elijah is reaching us from Port Harcourt. Elijah wants to talk to you from Port Harcourt.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Elijah. Good morning. Elijah, are you there? Liberals, you can go on.
And so what I am saying is, if you rely completely on government information to find solution to this problem, you will just be relying on, because sometimes you find this, some of these people make reckless and careless statements that professionals ordinarily in such field will not make. Because I don't blame them, because situation, appointment here are, you know, who do you know? Not whether you are even technical in that field. And so, in finding the solution, my advice here today is that we all should not just go to sleep now and believe that because we have carried the placard, hashtag bring back our guests, that will bring our guests. What we should be doing is keep the hits. Let's talk on the side of the government. We want to see more action. And then also we should, our press reporting should not be opinionated. You giving me your opinion as a piece of news. We should actually find out what is going wrong, where did we get it wrong, what is the morale of those on ground, how well are these people being motivated, what are we using the right equipment. When you begin to give people such information, people will know, okay, there is hope or there is no hope.
We're going to round up with the comment from Osholal Ibrahim from Ogbomosho. The South Sudan experiment made me realize one cold truth. No part of Nigeria will fare any better if Nigeria breaks up. The Biafra advocates will kill and maim over crude oil as the Ogoni, Ijaw, and so on stake their claims. The Ife and Modakeke violence in recent history proved that Yorubas are not so united. We're stronger and better together. Nigerians, please wake up now.
Exactly.
Very quickly.
We should see this as a Nigerian problem and not, oh, it's happening in the Northeast. And so, since it does not really affect us, and so we should abandon it and then begin to ask for how do we break up. What we should be asking for, how do we manage the crisis properly so that we come out stronger? If we look for, if we say this
another
not my
message,
own...
Another message here very quickly. Anwar Osman from Sokoto, even the almighty USA couldn't find the kidnapped girls, meaning no girls were kidnapped. The so-called kidnapped Chibok girls, the so-called kidnapped Chibok girls was another Western propaganda in conjunction with some unpatriotic Nigerians to make Nigeria look bad.
I wouldn't subscribe to that because the committee was also set up and the committee had come out to say, well, you know, some persons were abducted. So I will not sit down here and toe that same line.
Liberals, I'm not sure we will have to call you back on the show around the same topic very soon, but then we have to call it a day here.
I'm always available.
Well, we appreciate your presence.
Maybe you need to give me ID card.
We appreciate you coming, though.
Thank you very much for being here, Liberals. We will call on you as you have given us the leverage to do so. So to all of you out there, we thank you for your comments. We thank you for the phone calls, but keep it coming.
Garba from Abuja will say big thank you to Chinedu from Owerri, Hajia from Niger. You couldn't talk to us, though. Abdul from Kaduna, thank you to you. Comrade Innocent from Warri, Abdul again from Abuja, and then Elijah from Port Harcourt, who couldn't talk to us either. It wasn't
many of you are not able to get through, but be patient and keep trying. You will be able to do so someday soon. Well, the topic, you know, 77 days gone, the Chibok girls are still out there. Is the world cool enough or not? Or are we localizing the issue? These are the questions we've been asking this morning. But all the same, let us keep hope alive, because tomorrow, yet another day, Core Digest will be back. I am Sheyi Martins on behalf of Tolu and every one of us here in the studio. We wish you a very good day. See you in the morning.
Core TV News now provide a platform for live coverage of political rallies and electioneering campaign from anywhere in Nigeria. Political news stories, political editorial reviews, political discussions, personality profile, People's Parliament from the National, State and Local Government Assembly. Contact us now on 0803-471-8550 or 0803-724-9733. 01453-3407.
A 24-hour news station